Why am I getting these thumbs ups on
Yeah,
here?
I was going to ask you about that last
I
time.
don't know where
How
that's
do you
coming
doing that?
from.
What are you
I
getting the
don't
what?
know.
There's like a thumbs up and a balloon that was just floating over
Yes,
her
I don't
shoulder.
know where that's coming from.
That's funny. Way to go, Rach. How did you do that?
That's coming.
All right, what are we
I don't know where
talking
that's
about?
coming from.
What are we doing?
Forman,
What?
you want to go
Here,
first?
How did
Sure.
you do? There's that thumbs up.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm not doing that. I
Yeah.
don't. Where
It
is
just went
it?
Yes,
away.
you
I don't-
are.
It just disappeared.
It just disappears.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, you've done something.
You've done something.
Hold on. Let me see if.
I don't want you to find out what you've done. I just want it to keep happening while we record this.
I don't
wish
know
it'd
how
make
I'm
noise.
doing that. I don't think I'm doing it. It must be one of you.
Well, it's on your screen.
How is it one of us?
How would we
because
do
I
it?
don't know how that's happening.
Neither
It's
do
because
we.
you pushed the
Well,
button.
it's
doing it to
you. It's
your
probably
screen.
Dave. He doesn't know.
I don't push any
Probably
buttons. I don't know anything. No,
As
you're right.
believable as
Exactly.
that
I think that's why
explanation
that's
is.
Yeah, but it can't be me because I haven't touched anything. I know it's you because it's happening on your screen,
I don't
not
think
anybody
so.
else's. Yeah, it does. It happens.
Well,
on
I
your
don't know
only
how.
yours.
I just was typing, and then it. Well, what do you type? And it gives a thumbs
There's
up.
no other way to make it happen.
Is
I
it a
don't know, but
B?
it's great.
V C.
Okay.
Nope. I can't make it happen again. I don't know.
Oh, you'll make
Whatever.
it
If
happen.
it just well,
It happens.
if you
You'll-
get another one, you're welcome. You're lucky.
All right, here we go. Waiting for you, Rachel. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I just nodded. Yes, I said
Can
yes.
you give
I
us
can't give a
thumbs up?
thumb.
You-
No,
can you give us a
I
thumbs
don't know
up?
how to do that.
Okay.
I don't know why it's happening.
All right, this is what a great way to start off the official show. This is due to underwhelming demand, the podcast that's the equivalent of the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup. Wrong. Just wrong.
Oh, wrong.
So
Really hope it doesn't happen.
So wrong. Oh, well, it could have happened by the time you hear this podcast. But anyway,
Yeah, maybe.
this
Yeah.
fine podcast is brought to you today by Intuition Nutrition.
Yes.
Yay.
Jenna Zaika is a registered dietitian. She's not a nutritionist. She's a dietitian. So that's kind of you're registered and you're certified and all of that. And she offers individual nutrition counseling for all ages and stages. She does group workshops. She does workplace wellness workshops. So if you have a workplace and you want someone to come in and talk about nutrition and just general wellness, she can do that. And she's got an upcoming workshop for moms. This is happening July 11th and 18th. So 2 Thursdays in a row, 1 hour each time in July, starting July 11th. It's called Nurturing a Positive Relationship with Food, the Mama Edition. So
Yeah,
if you're
it's virtual too, so you don't have
It's
to
virtual.
go anywhere.
No.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
can stay at home. You can, if you got to deal with your kids, or if you just want to sit in your pajamas, that's fine. You can just grab a snack and talk to all the moms on there, or just listen, whatever you want. She's like, she says this is a warm and refreshing, inclusive approach to nutrition. If you're tired of diet culture messages, Intuition Nutrition is for you, because she's kind of anti-diet culture. She wants you to be gentle with yourself about postpartum body changes. You need to know how to feed yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup when you're having kids to take care of, when you got to take care of the kids, right? So you got to learn how to take care of yourself as well. She can give you some quick and easy food ideas and recipes, because it's hard to make stuff sometimes. You don't want to spend hours in the kitchen. So she's got lots of supportive and welcoming messages in her sessions. And this workshop starts July 11th.
I
think
think some practical ideas to how to
Yeah,
feed
I think-
yourself
I
when
think
you don't
it's-
have enough time.
Yeah, and I think it's great
There's
that
never
she
enough time.
she wants to learn a little bit about your relationship with food, and
Mhm.
then she can come up with a plan that feels right for you.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't necessarily. Maybe it is stuff that you really like to eat, or maybe it's a combination of things that you might like to eat along with the stuff that I like this idea. I just think
Mhm.
it's such a great idea.
And it's all about listening to your body and
Mhm.
find food freedom so you can eat what you want without guilt or shame.
Mhm.
And by the way, when you sign up for any of her packages or this one, again, the Mom Workshop is Nurturing a Positive Relationship with Food, the Mama Edition,
Mhm.
these registered dietitian services are often covered by your insurance or benefits.
Yeah, and this one's only $100.
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
$100, you get two 1-hour sessions online. I mean, easy peasy. How about
Yeah.
that? Jenna's great, by the way, because when Jeremy came home from the hospital, he was on a very strict diet. He still kind of is. But she actually had a phone call with us. She was great, and she gave us some tips about that, which was awesome. So if you have any nutrition, even if you're not interested in this workshop, she's got lots of stuff, lots of expertise she could
Yeah.
give you.
You can even sign up for a partner session.
Oh,
We
that's a
partners.
great
Oh,
idea.
that's neat.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
could be a
great idea.
caregiver client. It
Oh.
could be your spouse, whatever. But
Cool.
for any of these, just go to intuitionnutrition.ca/services.
Oh,
Intuitionnutrition.ca. Okay.
thank you for supporting this great podcast. Foreman, you
Know of another business that will never support this podcast,
Yeah.
and
I
I,
was
do
just-
not want
You
to
do.
continue to supporting either.
I was going to say, I think you do
Uh-oh.
know that. You have an update on your issue with a coach, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, the couch. That was
We-
forever ago.
Yeah, the couch we purchased in January,
Mhm.
got half of in March,
Uh-huh.
and now we just got the other half. We finally have a full couch, and it's June. That's right.
From March
Ashley
till June.
Furniture Home Store in London thinks we're still smack dab in the middle of COVID.
Okay, well.
Oh.
Oh, supply chain and
Well, I have heard
who
that
has
a
a
lot.
6-month delay anymore? That excuse
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
work.
Yeah, that's a long time. 6
Anybody
months.
thinking of a lawsuit right now? Just remember who's doing most of the talking here.
It's Forman. It's me.
It's
And they
Forman.
And they still have
Didn't
the
they put a
audacity.
hole in your
to send-
wall
Yes,
when
they
they
put the
came
hole in
in?
the wall.
Yeah.
It's taken them 6 months to deliver a couch.
Oh,
Mhm.
And then
God.
they still send automatic text messages asking for our review, and it takes you straight to the Google reviews. Like, they're still asking me, of all people, to leave them a public Google review.
Oh,
And I already left one the last time. We got half the couch and the hole in the wall.
oh, did you?
Oh,
Yes,
God.
I
Did you ever hear back from anybody after that review?
Oh, the runaround was just awful. It was
Really?
because they have a centralized customer service
Oh,
department
that's
who
never
knows
good.
somewhere else in North America, right?
right.
Just never ending. They obviously
Mhm.
they put a hole in the wall trying to pivot down the stairs.
Pivot.
Yeah, to put this
Pivot!
couch in our new just finished basement. And thank you, Bill, by the way, for sending us a message, which is a picture of an Ashley Furniture billboard that simply says, "Don't pivot, we deliver."
Uh-huh.
And then your thoughts,
Oh,
Foreman?
yes.
Yeah,
I did
I-
see that. Yeah.
I'd say buy from anywhere else
Oh.
because they don't pivot either.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Ooh.
Oh, gosh.
All right, so the hole in the wall, the couch. All right.
So what
they got
happened?
the
So they came
runaround-
back.
Yeah, they did. They refused to fix the hole. They refused to take responsibility that it was even them that fixed that made the hole
Uh-huh.
because the delivery team put it there and then left before he even noticed it and said nothing and quite literally ran away out of my house before I could say anything, before he could see it.
Well, wouldn't you do the same?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's
So
be-
our
let's-
local,
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, all right.
our local salesperson did eventually want to take some responsibility, gave us $100 off what we had already paid her so that I could purchase my own supplies to fix the hole myself.
Uh-huh.
Did I fix it right away? No. I was waiting until the second half of the couch was going to come get delivered
Okay.
so I could question them on that.
Uh-huh.
Was
And
it the
I
same
did.
people?
Yes, it was.
Really?
Same movers.
I knew it would be.
Oh, God,
Oh,
that's
okay.
awkward.
I was
I'm
waiting
so
for it.
uncomfortable right now.
Okay.
So
all
I
right.
let them bring the couch in. They did it. They set it all
Mhm.
up. And then I asked them, and you can record people in your own home.
You didn't record.
I'm so
You-
uncomfortable.
I asked them, do you remember being here back in March?
Oh, God.
Yes, it was a while ago. I said, I believe so. yes."
Foreman, you recorded them. Oh, my God. I'm so uncomfortable. Okay.
And
go
then
on.
that's where I went into, well, that hole right there, you guys put that there the last time.
Mhm.
And then you left without even mentioning it. What do you think about that?
It was his fault.
I don't think you can do this, Forman. I don't think.
He's blaming the guy that wasn't there.
Okay, well, I would too. On his behalf, that's who I would be blaming right now. Like if you and
Well,
I
yeah.
moved a couch somewhere, if we were, if in fact Dave, Rachel, and Forman was a company that moved a couch,
Mhm.
and we left a hole in somebody's wall, you and I would blame Rachel, wouldn't we?
Yes,
of
of
course we would.
Of course you would.
That's
Of course.
exactly what we would do.
I would blame Forman immediately.
Well, yes,
you would.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. That's true too.
But nobody would back me up because you're both blaming me.
No, depends on
Okay.
who's with me and
So they don't recall. I
They
mean,
could maybe
yeah,
recall, but it was probably
so
the
it's
third guy.
basically exactly as you thought. They knew
Yeah.
they did it. They ran out because they didn't want to take responsibility for it.
Uh-huh. And so then
And
I
then you
asked,
called
of
them on
course
it.
you're asked, so what should I do about this now? No idea what to do.
Okay.
Okay.
But they put
Again,
it in their own
Well-
notes. They took their own picture that was part of their own report saying that it happened the first time. So there
Okay.
is
There's
the
proof.
admission of guilt,
Sure.
acknowledging that they were the ones that put the hole in the wall in the
Okay.
first place, which
Oh.
the
So do
company has
you-
vehemently denied for the last 3 months.
Oh, okay. So
Okay,
do you feel better about that now? Like, does that solve
Kind
it
of.
for you? Like, what?
Look, I don't like confrontation as much as anyone else, but we all remember Dave was swearing and confronting the guys digging up his lawn last year.
Yes, I did. I
Yeah.
did do
Yes.
that.
And
I
you
did do
also
that.
hate confrontation, and you still did it because
Wow.
it needed to be done.
Well, yeah, but after the third or fourth dig,
Yeah,
then it
you've had
becomes,
it.
what are you, archaeologist, or are you laying cable here? Let's get it over with. Right? Come on.
There's a T-Rex
mean,
under your house.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God. Okay.
And in this case,
Yeah.
this had been
That's
going
right.
on for months now, and it
Yep.
needed to be done.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
well,
anything gonna happen after this other than I'm still fixing the hole now up the
Yeah, they're
stairs
not
by
going to
myself?
come. They're not going to send a drywaller to come fix it, and they're not going to have their furniture guys fix it because it won't look good. Like you might as
No.
well just do it yourself.
But what I did find out, and I went into the store a few weeks ago because I hadn't heard anything. I hadn't heard anything about where's the other half of my couch.
Oh, you were
right?
looking for
You're,
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. This
So I
wasn't
went
about the
in,
hole.
And lo and behold, the woman I talked to happened to be the store manager.
Okay, great.
And I went through this whole process of like, here's what's happened. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you guys keep setting dates for delivery of the other half of this couch, and then
And then not
and then-
delivering.
deleting them because you still don't have it. Like,
Okay,
why did you sell me this couch and set up a date in the first place to deliver it if it doesn't exist?
sure, fair
And I
enough.
got the same excuse that I did the last time. If anyone remembers, oh, it's a very popular couch, and all these other excuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then she says, but what I can do, sometimes what happens, and I'm not supposed to do this, and I'm not supposed to say this,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going to tell you now on this podcast,
Oh, boy.
is that what I can do is sometimes bits and pieces of other orders end up sitting in our warehouse. And so if I see that other half of your couch, then I can take that from somebody else's order and get you that earlier than we expect.
Okay, so that's clearly what they've done.
That's
With-
what I fucking did in the first place. So that's why I
Yours.
don't have my couch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like who's been waiting the longest? They get this one that's come in.
Okay.
Mhm.
From somebody else's, and now somebody
Yeah.
else doesn't. If you didn't do that to everyone, then everyone would have their couches and we'd all be happy. But
Okay.
no.
If they all came. Okay.
Again,
So
not-
is the couch comfortable? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's a good couch.
Okay. Good.
Which is
Good.
the most annoying part, that the actual couch is great.
Is nice, yeah.
Yes.
But the service you felt was lacking.
To say the least.
Uh-huh.
He's
Okay.
getting you're starting to get a little squeaky there. I always worry. When you get squeaky.
What did you expect from the
Yeah.
story?
I know, you
Yeah.
get a little squeaky.
Okay, well, I'm
Okay.
glad you got it now, and it seems
Yeah.
to be solved, other than you need the hole in your wall fixed.
Is the hole
which-
still there?
I'm in the process of fixing it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Little do they know,
Well,
I
good.
already had a patch kit and everything ready for it. So.
Okay.
Right. But it's the principle, right?
Exactly.
Okay. You feel better? Have you vented enough? Are you good?
You
good?
know, it's the principle of not cutting your grass after 4 p.m. It's
Oh,
the principle
stop.
of
Okay.
admitting your mistakes.
We're not,
No,
we're done now.
well,
We're
we're
not getting
done.
into more of it
I am sitting in a rocking chair.
with a newspaper. Your McLean's magazine.
TV guide.
The TV guide.
This is due to underwhelming demand, the podcast. We're Dave, Rachel, and Forman, the podcast brought to you by Home Run Heroes for Children's, which is coming up. We better, if you're planning.
Weekend.
Yeah, this weekend coming up. If you're listening to this as it's come out, it is coming up this weekend.
That's right. June 21st to June 23rd at Southside Park in Woodstock. The Children's Health Foundation, there's a fundraising team in the Woodstock area, Oxford County area, has partnered with Woodstock Minor Baseball, and they're going to do like a family fun weekend. They've got a whole tournament happening at Southside Park that weekend, June 21st to 23rd, and lots of family activities, which are mostly happening on the Saturday, right, Foreman?
Yeah, lots of the kids' activities. The Saturday is really the main family fun day, and a whole bunch of food trucks are going to be there too.
Cool.
So whether the kids or you, or even if you're not associated with playing baseball at all, are in this tournament, I mean, that's still cool to come out. It's the first full weekend of summer, for goodness sake.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can try some new food from trucks you see around town.
Go get lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Do all the kinds of activities you can do with your kids and games and inflatable things and all that kind of stuff. It'll be a lot of fun.
I think it's the perfect way to celebrate the first weekend of summer.
Oh,
I mean, baseball, that's the boys or girls, boys, girls, the people of summer. That's the game. That's the game that we play. And not only, and then you got food trucks and you got events for kids, and you're supporting Children's Health Foundation, the Children's Hospital in London. I know it's in London, but kids from Oxford County, that's where they go.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Children's Health Foundation is bringing the food trucks there. The fundraising team is going to be there that day. Maybe your kid is playing in the tournament. Maybe you're a coach. Maybe nobody's in the tournament. You can just show up and watch
Enjoy.
or play or whatever.
Have fun.
So Friday, June 21st till Saturday, June 23rd, all weekend long, Southside Park in Woodstock. Saturday's the big day, but you can go anytime.
Yeah,
And
it
there'll be
starts the
stuff
Friday night. And if you want to learn more, go to childhealth.ca/events.
This is due to underwhelming demand. It's a podcast that's like a dilapidated farmhouse. You can't believe it's still standing.
Yeah, some days I'm just like, wow, we're still going.
Yeah, still going. And by the way, may I point out, I love that word dilapidated because it's very descriptive. Dilapidated. You have a picture in your mind the minute you say dilapidated. What a great word.
You know, you have it. You know what that is.
Yes, you know exactly dilapidated when you say it.
Dilapidated? Oh, okay.
Exactly. Some words are just...
You could say run down.
Perfect.
It's not as descriptive. You're right.
Some words just tell you, like diarrhea.
Yes.
Right away.
You know it's a bad thing.
Right away.
Yep.
Yep. It's just, anyway.
Yeah, you know it's a bad thing. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, also something that's a little bit dilapidated is my golf bag because it's been stored. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
I know you're ringing the bell, but I don't know.
I didn't know.
I'm
just letting you know, Forman. She tried to slip that one by.
Yeah.
Well, it is, and I'm getting a new one.
Yeah.
Because
you should have tried to connect it to diarrhea. That would have
been better. Speaking of shitty.
Oh my God.
Speaking of shit in the bed, I went.
Okay. I did go golfing.
You actually did?
Yeah, I did.
Come
I finally went.
No way.
I posted about this and I wanted to tag you guys to be like, look, I actually did it because I know you had doubts about me.
You were going to go skiing.
Actually going.
Yes.
And
You were going to go. What else were we going to do?
Yeah.
There was all kinds of things.
Well, this must have been the first
maybe
night at the
play
ladies
pickleball.
golf league that you joined, right?
Yes.
Right. No, I have, the
Uh-huh.
league hasn't really taken off.
Okay.
I see.
So that's like, yeah, there's a group of people who want to go, a group of ladies that want to go, but we decided
It doesn't include you, though.
maybe they're going without me. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm not included. Oh,
That could be.
Anyway, well, I was included in this foursome because it was my husband and I, actually, Jeremy went, and our neighbors, my husband and wife next door, and they're friends of ours. And so we decided we're all going to go because she and I, Heather, is in this ladies group too, which again, I don't know if they've gone without me, but so far I have not been
come up in
invited.
conversation.
It hasn't come up, no. So the four of us decided to go out, and we did like a 9 and dine on a Friday night. When it was actually it was very good. We went to the Willows, which is in Nilestown.
I love that place.
You do?
Foreman, you
It was
like this?
nice.
That's a golf course where the
was very-
most common, usually, there's a 4-letter word that starts with F that gets said a lot at golf courses. But at the Willows, it's in fact 4
Oh,
because a lot of the holes kind of run.
They cross over each
They
other.
parallel. They're sort of
Yeah,
parallel with trees
some
in
of them
between.
do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be
And-
allowed to golf there.
Yes, as you know, most people can't hit the ball straight.
Yeah, it's sometimes I'm like, which flag are we going to? Like, which one is it? Is it that one or that one? Because nobody can. So Jeremy's like, no, it's over. It's over there.
Okay.
Anyway,
all right. How did you do?
So is it? I did really well, and I won. I
Okay.
won the whole thing.
How did you win?
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't win. I like to hustle people and tell them that I'm really good before they play with me, and then they find out, oh, she's actually quite bad.
Hmm.
So I was okay. It was not horrible, but
Hmm.
there's a few swings and misses and not
Yeah.
some straight balls. And, it was a lot of swinging,
Some
a lot
not
more
so
than the
s-
guys.
Some not
was-
so straight balls.
Yeah, so it was a lot more swinging. I probably swung 4 times as much as Jeremy because
Did you?
he can hit it pretty far. I
Yes,
can't,
yes.
clearly.
Did you?
But it was fun. We had a
did
great
you-
time. And
Okay,
we had
well,
dinner
are you-
first, and then
are
we went
you-
out.
Are you sure you were playing golf? Because I don't recall at any point, and I've been playing golf for a long time, ever walking off a golf course and going, well, that was fun.
Really?
Ever.
Oh,
Never.
well, see,
No.
here's the thing. We didn't keep score. We didn't keep score.
It gets a lot more
Maybe
fun
the
when you
guys
don't do
did.
that. Yes. It can be a lot
Yeah,
more fun.
I
if
don't
you
know why
yeah.
people keep score, to be honest with you. I think Jeremy
No.
was keeping score, and he
Mm.
hadn't gone out. He golfs, as much as you do. Well, almost, maybe not 3 times a week, but he would golf. He would have by now been out a lot, but he hasn't been able to. And so he's still getting his strength and his energy back from being sick. And
Right.
so I think he was disappointed in his game. So I think he was keeping his own score,
But
and
you
maybe
weren't
the other
keeping
guy was
yours.
too. No, oh no, I didn't care.
Oh, give us.
Do not care.
Can you ballpark it for us?
Me?
Yeah, for 9 holes, ballpark it. Give me how many shots do you feel like you took?
100. Oh, I probably took 200. I don't know, like
Perfect.
200.
That's why.
Wow.
That's why
100.
we wanted everybody to know what night you were going to be playing
Uh-huh.
9 and dine.
Did you
Well,
play
it's not
best
like
ball?
I'm hitting it very far. Well, that's what I said. I said, you know what? I think we should play best ball, and we'll just go with Jeremy's, and I'll pick it up there.
What was the body language of the foursome coming behind you? As
You know
they
what?
waited
There was no one
every
behind
hole.
us. There was nobody behind us. We were, I think, the
Wow.
last group because
Uh-huh.
it had started
Smart.
spitting a little bit. Yeah, so that
So
was
the course knew who was
the
in this
pressure
foursome.
was off. Yeah, the
Okay.
pressure was off.
Okay.
By the time we came back, I think the staff was like, "Are you guys done yet? Like, what's
They
happening
wanna
out
go
here?"
home?
Yeah, because
Yes, we would like
yeah,
to leave.
yeah,
we would
it's
like
now-
to go home.
it's dark.
Can you please get out of here?
That's right. They
So
better
we're
not
gonna
come in
try it
here and
again.
Want another drink?
What do you mean you're
Yeah.
going to try it again?
Well, we're gonna
Nope.
go again sometime.
Okay.
Yeah,
How-
we're gonna go again.
How did
And then
you?
now there's some of the ladies we've said to them, "Oh, we went," and they were like, "Well, we want to come next time." I said, "Yeah, well, we'll plan that."
Oh,
It's
okay.
hard to get everybody on the same schedule. That's
I see.
the one.
How
thing.
was your relationship with your husband after you were done? Any?
Not bad, not bad.
Okay, that's
not
what I
bad.
figured.
Yeah,
so
he's
not
pretty good.
when you say not bad, you're in fact saying not great either.
Well, I mean, yeah, we weren't taking selfies together. That's for sure. But it was okay. It was fine. Yeah, it was
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I
How
think
often were you and the woman from the other couple alone separately from Jeremy and the man from the other couple? And perhaps talking about each other that entire time.
Well, we
that
weren't
you went-
alone a lot. We were all kind of together. We hit our balls in the same pattern a lot.
Mhm.
So we were on the fairway a lot longer than the guys were, it seemed.
Yes, you would be.
But we
Yeah.
did have carts, so that
I
was okay.
was going to ask you, did you ride or walk?
Yeah, we rode because
okay.
we would have been all over the place looking for balls. Like we were in
How
the
many
weeds.
balls did you lose?
Well, I lost 3 or 4. Yeah, but then the other guy found 6, so that was kind of lucky.
Oh,
So that was nice.
so you believe then that there was a ball surplus?
I think so. Well,
just
yeah,
wondered.
I don't know.
For some reason, I just wanted to say that.
Sorry.
came
We had
back
a
with
ball
more.
surplus?
Yeah, you came
We had a
back with
ball
more
surplus.
balls than you started with.
Well, I think we still lost quite a few, actually. And then somehow I found a ball that had a Maple Leafs logo on it. I'm like, okay, mine. And so that was handy because then you know that that's
Well,
yours,
that's a
right?
bad
And then
one.
I think I lost that one. I found
That's
someone
exactly.
else's ball and they'd marked it with pink dots.
Yeah.
Said, okay, this is my new one. This is the one I found in the weeds where I think I hit it, but I found this one instead of mine, so I just took that one.
How
So
long
whatever.
did that one
Yeah.
last? The next
Well,
shot?
Yeah,
Listen,
a couple,
unless
maybe a hole or two.
unless you're finding a brand new, like Pro V golf ball, which are those golf balls cost like almost $10 a ball.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
god!
Yeah, they're expensive.
That's not worth it.
So,
Like
Unless
for
you're
me, I'm just
finding
gonna buy
one
the
of the
used bag of
you-
balls.
Yeah,
Yes,
if you're
I'm gonna lose
finding
them.
one of those as a golfer, if it's in good shape, you hang on to that. But any golf
Mm.
ball with a logo with somebody's name, whatever, if you find one of those are not lucky balls. They
No,
are
I
not
didn't think
lucky
it was.
balls.
I just thought I'm just
They're
gonna use
lost
this one
balls.
now. This is my new
Don't-
ball.
I-
This is mine now.
I used to collect unlucky balls, but then I
Really?
decided, yes, who needs these anymore? So
Saddled with these unlucky balls.
that's
I can't
one-
get
I
rid
don't
of
think
my
it's the
unlucky
ball
balls.
that's
nobody
unlucky.
wants unlucky balls.
No, I think it's the fact that I haven't golfed for 11 or 12 years, and that's
Could be.
probably what's
Could be.
unlucky.
All right. So when are we going again?
I don't know yet, but I'll keep you posted.
I'm going to say.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
It probably
I don't
will-
like the water in at the course though, and if there's any like water feature, I will definitely hit it right in there and lose it. So that wasn't a good.
All right.
Well,
I
it's
don't,
Maybe
True
we'll
right
try
now.
a different course.
I don't think she's going again.
I would guess if there is another time, it won't be until at least September.
I think so too. I think it'll be, yeah.
I don't know, guys. I think I'll go.
This is due to underwhelming demand with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, the podcast, the hot, steamy summer day of podcasts.
Mm,
Because, hey, it's not cool.
it's not cool,
Nope.
but it
You're
is
going to say
hot.
because it's unbearable.
No, that's a good one, Forman. I'll use that next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for that one. That saves me some time next week.
Right. Okay.
Last week we discussed, or I discussed prom, and part of prom is pictures. I don't like pictures.
Oh yes.
I don't like pictures.
I did see a nice picture of you and your two girls.
Yes. We,
That was
we
nice.
we posed for a few pictures, and we also tried to get pictures of Charlotte just on her own. And
Mhm.
Charlotte, and we had this discussion, and that's why I raise it here, because I'm wondering what is the best pose for a picture. Charlotte,
Don't ask me.
Is there only
well,
one?
no, Foreman, I believe, Foreman, that you would agree with this.
Hmm.
Because Charlotte, not that long ago, I think Mom wanted to get a picture of her. And so, Mom picks up, and this is why I think this is the optimal, the ideal, the go-to picture to pose, because everybody carries a camera with them now. So someone at some point is going to want to take a picture of you. So how do you pose? And Charlotte immediately, as her mom says, well, I want to get a picture. Immediately, the phone comes up. She's got it in front of her. Charlotte sticks up her finger.
Middle finger.
Oh, I saw that photo.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
middle
I know where
finger
this is going
photo.
now.
And her mom's like, don't do that. Why? This is the pose. And I'm like, I'm sitting, normally I don't want to get involved in any little tiffs like that. There's no winning for Dave to get involved. There's just
No,
not.
when they both start bickering and look around for you, you've already
No,
disappeared.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
somehow decided, wait a minute, this is one that I think I can add some, clarity to.
Oh, good.
I believe that I could come in here and sort of maybe save the day. So I say, I don't know, honey, but I believe Charlotte's right. I believe that is,
She's right.
yeah, let's get a photo. Like, just take a photo of the two of us now. How often do I want to pose for a picture? Not very often, but I'll do it.
Yeah, but if it's your prom, like she knows pictures are going to be taken of her, right?
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
up pops the finger.
Get with your friend. Oh, come on. That's not the best pose. I follow a girl on Instagram who teaches you how to pose for pictures. And she's
No,
like,
I don't want to
see,
talk
do
about
this
that.
and not this. And she like does
No,
good
I don't want
poses.
to. I don't want to
topic.
talk. That's a different
No,
topic.
it's not. It's
It
the
is
same.
a different topic. I'm not talking about your best side. I'm just telling you that nowadays, when someone says, "Let me get a picture," that's how you should respond. Here you
With
go.
the finger?
Yup. Forman,
Why?
am I right? I'm
mean,
right, Forman.
I have done that far
I know
more
you
often
have.
than I should.
I know. I've done it with you.
In our photo session
Yes.
with the three of
Okay.
us. That's all we've
Yes.
done.
Yes. We
Middle
do it all
finger
the
picture.
time.
Sometimes you need a nice photo. You just want a nice one. Just stand there and
Sometimes.
smile.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm not
right.
suggesting that when you go and spend all that money to get family photos taken, that you waste a lot of time sticking your fingers out. But if, in fact, your family photo does not include one of those pictures, I feel like you're doing it wrong.
Okay, I actually have
everybody put up your finger.
Yes,
I
that's
have
right.
a funny
And all the
story.
little kids will go, "Which finger, Mummy?" This
Mhm.
one right here. Just
Everybody do
why,
this.
Why, Mummy? Because it'll be funny.
Yeah, sure, do it with both hands. You're right.
That's right.
Yeah, now go to school and do that and see where that gets you.
Show the teacher your
No,
family photo.
No,
Yes.
don't do that.
Dad told me.
Yes.
Dad told
Do
me.
it in your
Dad
class
said it was
pictures.
okay.
That's right.
All the teachers are like, "Oh, okay, this is who we're dealing with."
I know
now. Get it."
we just went past Father's Day. This is fatherly advice. I'm telling you right
to
now.
give the finger in photos. That's
That's right.
ridiculous.
It's funny. It's
So
funny.
I have
it
a
never
friend-
stops being funny.
Are you sure?
Well,
It's funny in certain
Send-
contexts.
if
Mhm.
Rachel had said, "Hey, send me a couple of prom photos of Charlotte," if I
Yeah.
send her two with fingers up, that's pretty funny.
I mean, one of my favorite.
That's pretty
no,
funny.
not one of my favorite
my
picture
gosh.
of Rachel that I have somewhere
it's
a,
her with her finger up.
No, but it's a picture of Rachel, you and your mom both giving me the
Yes,
finger as
that's
like just
right.
a
Me
random.
and my mom.
Yes,
Yes.
you guys were together. It was just
Why
a
did we do
one-off
that?
picture you
Yes.
sent in a text, and I
Yes.
saved it, and I have it
Oh
forever
God. Okay.
Yes.
because it is
Great.
delightful.
It's
That's funny.
delightful. It's delightful.
I have a friend who did do family photos, and they have paid for this, and they had a photographer do it. And in the photo, her youngest son, who I don't know is probably 6 or 7 at the time,
Mhm.
is like casually giving the finger, like,
It's funny.
and
It's
nobody
funny.
noticed until it got
Yes,
printed.
So
She
funny.
thinks it's hysterical.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course it
Just
is.
casually doing that.
Look, I'm not
Yeah.
suggesting. I'm not suggesting you use that gesture when you're driving. That's a bad idea.
Well,
don't.
we know you do, Dave.
You do.
Well, no, I don't. I try not to do it so
Uh-huh.
much anymore. I'm trying to be
Not
a
when
little
you're
bit
in
more
Right.
Jana's car, that's
Well,
for sure.
no,
You
I-
switched to yelling out the window.
I yelled out the window. That's different. That's a completely different thing.
Right.
But
Much
I'm
more direct.
suggesting that if you want to liven up the party, if you
Mhm.
want to have a good family photo that you can all laugh at 10 years from now,
hmm
just saying.
Just somebody just give
saying.
a discreet bird, and then
Oh, we
That's
can all do it.
It's better than what my daughter Harley. She's 11 and she's been on the synchronized swimming team. It's a lot better than what she's
Mm.
been doing in photos lately because
okay, what's she
it's
doing?
like when Charlotte was in skating, Dave, where
Yes.
they have to
They're
they have
covered
all
in
this
makeup,
on
yeah.
and stuff. But when you're in the pool and you come up and you're trying to breathe, but you also have to smile, they teach them that your smile isn't just like a normal smile you do. It's mouth wide open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if you look
Yeah.
at the video of this, you'll see like how ridiculous I
yeah.
look. Well, that's what Harley is doing in every single picture of her now.
Oh,
We
it's,
try and
it's like a
correct her.
habit now.
Like, no, close your mouth.
You can just smile normally right now. You're
It's like
not
she's
swimming.
trying to eat the world's largest burger.
That's
Just
so
give
funny.
the finger and close your mouth.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God.
Exactly.
Photo fail.
Anyway,
That's
you're welcome.
hysterical.
You're welcome. I'm sure this will make most family photo encounters at least more.
If you do this
Fun.
in your family photo, I want to see it. Please send us a photo.
Oh,
Dave
please
Rachel
send us a
Forman at
copy.
gmail.com. Oh my goodness, please.
I want to see them.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. Thank you to our sponsors today, Intuition Nutrition and Home Run Heroes for Children's. We appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
And if you would like to support this fine podcast by sponsoring, well, you can.
You can too.
Yeah.
Prices begin at $75 an episode. So if you just want one episode, we can do that for sure. DaveRachelForman@gmail.com. You can email. We'll send you some pricing info. See if it's a good fit for you. Or you can email us anytime about anything. And we have a few emails to get through today.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to mention too, you're getting a large dedicated audience. Rachel, you found some podcast statistics this week that put us
I can find those.
Our overall downloads were 99,100 downloads at the time of this recording.
Whoa.
Almost at 100,000.
Almost at 100,000.
Whoa.
Okay.
So that's not big enough.
Wow.
But also our weekly downloads put us in the top 10 of all podcasts.
10%, top 10%.
Top
Yeah.
10% of all podcasts. Yeah. So if you want that many people listening to your message about your business, we're the spot for it.
Yes.
Also,
Good
they
point.
found that
Good point.
there are statistics that show that podcast listeners are a lot more engaged with the podcast, and they're more willing to listen to sponsorship info and kind of check out those businesses than other mediums, TV, radio, things like that, newspaper, whatever. So anyway, just putting that out there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
We're
So
slightly better than a pop-up ad on your favorite website.
that's slightly
Yeah,
better.
for sure.
Okay, but we do get a lot of feedback from social media and from emails. What do we got?
Okay, I have an email from Lori. This is a long one, so I'm going to try and paraphrase it. She says, "Hi all. Oh my gosh, I don't think you can understand just how much finding the Due to Underwhelming Demand podcast has brightened my day." She just found us. Yeah, which is okay. That's what some people are just finding us now. She says, "I started listening years ago on a long early morning commute. The dynamic amongst you three is amazing. Knowing you all likely won't understand this, but your listeners will. You become like family. A chosen family, which is way better. LOL." Thank you. She said, "The last day of the Dave and Rachel show was the last day of having a radio station on all work days. My Spotify
Wow.
playlist has
Whoa.
been on repeat."
Ouch.
I'm sorry to hear that. Radio
Yeah, me too.
I still love radio. I think they're doing a great job at Pure Country 93, and I think you should listen.
Like those playlists are only so long, and those songs just play over and over and over
Spotify?
again on Spotify.
Yeah.
True.
Like
That's
right.
true.
radio is doing a good. We'll always do a better job at being able to pick songs, not repeat too much. Some of them, depending on the station, and all the other good
Wow.
things about radio are still fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I still
Can you
love
tell
radio.
Can you tell someone's trying to get a job?
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
so Lori
What are you
says,
talking about?
I
"What are you
know.
talking about?"
Yeah.
She says, "Rachel, I'm a night person like you. However, my job is remote and I tend to get extremely tired in the mornings and have found myself unable to get work done until later in the day. Until this week when I found your podcast." She says, "I'm still a true night owl, but the mornings are filled with the sound of your voices again. I'm not the
nice.
least bit tired in the morning and I got so much work done. I'm just at the beginning of the podcast and I can thankfully say that I listen all day. I don't just catch, I just don't want to catch up too quickly because once a week is not enough."
Oh, wow.
So she says, "Thank you for sharing your valuable time with the listeners that absolutely adore you." So thank you, Lori. That is so kind.
That's very nice.
I've done that with
Wow.
podcasts before, where you're behind, and so you get used to listening to an episode,
Yes.
and then when
Yeah.
you catch up, it's a real
Yeah.
bummer.
I
It is.
know.
I'm on one
sorry.
now. He only puts one out every 2 weeks.
Oh,
And I was
Oh,
listening.
really?
I was listening to something new every day, and then
Oh.
it's like
I know.
that.
I was listening to one, and then she took a long break, and then I was like, "Oh, where's it?" And I was following her on Instagram. She's like, "I'm doing new ones." I'm like, "Okay, good." But it's like watching a show. Like that's why I kind of like to get into Netflix shows after they're super popular because then I can watch more seasons all at once. I don't have to
That's a
wait
good
for
point.
the new
That's a
season.
good point.
Anyway, all right. Thank you, Lori. That's so kind of you.
We have some updates from some previous topics and episodes. Megan wrote to us and says, first of all, glad I didn't send you guys the link for that news story of the proposed time cutoff for the grass cutting.
Yeah.
Everybody else did.
Like everybody
yeah,
else
we
did.
got that a lot.
Yeah, we
People
did.
kept sending it, which
But
is funny. I like that.
She says, thanks for the update on Dave's voles. I was randomly thinking about it while explaining to my boyfriend that Ingersoll has shrews and he should be aware of it. Then I got thinking about Dave's voles and thought it was about that time and we hadn't heard anything from Dave.
Nope.
I am the epitome of boring, but it is what it is. Thanks for the podcast as always.
Oh,
Oh,
vole free.
that's so
Vole free.
nice.
No
Vole
critters.
free.
No critters right now.
Good.
No.
Good. Well, whatever you did last year worked then. Let's keep it
No,
going.
I had to do it at the beginning of the season again. It's called, I don't
Spray something?
No.
Oh, you put something out to
No.
deter them?
Different way to get rid of them.
I'm
Oh,
more
okay.
proactive now that I've figured out how to get rid of them.
Oh, I see.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
more proactive now.
Julie wrote to us about how Jeremy was the most efficient drive-through orderer ever.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, Julie says, always order the food before the drink. As a former worker at a popular coffee shop, this helps immensely and lets the workers get your order out faster. You're welcome.
Oh, well, that's handy
okay.
information. There
That
you
is
go.
handy information.
Order the food first.
I have another one about the McDonald's drive-through where Jeremy was told he was
Okay.
the most, 11 out of 10 efficient orderer.
Yes.
Stacy says if McDonald's wants people to know what they want ahead of time, they should place their ever-changing electronic signs earlier in the drive-through lane instead of right at the speaker. The new
Yes.
item I'm looking for is never on display when I pull up to order.
And then
That's
it
true.
disappears
And,
on
like,
you
half
and you
the
don't know what
time,
it is. Yeah.
They don't have half of it on there. Like, you don't know. The menu is so big. It's not it's not written there. Yeah. I agree. I get it.
Melissa has an update on reunions.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa sent us a little meme saying, this explains how I feel about the whole reunion thing you talked about a few weeks ago. And the meme is,
I don't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life. And I don't want to see anybody else either. I hope I never see any jerks again.
That
sounds like Dave.
Yes, it
Oh
does.
my gosh.
That sounds like me. It
That's
does.
so funny.
It does sound like me.
Karen wrote us a message. And
Okay.
Karen says, just a quick message to say thanks for the great podcast. I've been listening on the way to work and laugh out loud in my car.
Oh,
you
good.
guys are awesome. And by the way, and I can proudly say that I am mom number 3 from the hockey team confrontation. Thanks for the shout out, Forman. And yes, teachers do get shit done.
All
That's
right.
when you guys were out for a artistic swimming competition somewhere.
And
at the
hockey
same hotel.
team tournament was taking over the whole
Right.
hotel, and we had to confront the hockey team having their team dinner in the shared communal breakfast area of the
So
hotel.
Karen's the one that got stuff done.
She got the shit done,
And she
got
is a
us the
Karen.
spot. Yeah,
But is
All
she
right.
really a Karen?
in the best, most
In the
positive
best way.
attributes of being
Good.
a Karen. Oh, and finally,
Okay.
we might as well get to, and I don't know what this is, but it's a voice memo from Cassandra.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. All right,
okay.
let's hear it.
Okay.
Hey, folks, just wanted to chime in on the grass cutting piece. I think, Foreman, unfortunately, at this point, it seems like you're on the wrong side of that coin. Most people need to cut their grass whenever they cut their grass. For us, our grass is wet early in the morning, so that's not really an option. Regardless, I would much rather have the neighbor cut the grass at any time during the day than the plumes of smoke that continue to waft over our fence, make our backyard smell like an ashtray, and in turn our house if we choose to leave the windows open. Zut alors.
Zut alors.
Zut alors.
I have missed one.
Hey.
That's from The Little Mermaid. Zut alors. From a smoker, she means?
Yeah, I
Somebody
think
smoking?
that-
Yeah.
She doesn't care
I
when they
know
cut
that
the
one.
grass. Just stop smoking all day.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, stop smoking all day. Fair enough. Fair
Zut
enough.
alors. Zut
Yeah.
alors.
Zut alors.
Fair.
Thank you, Cassandra.